Oh, buddy. Well, folks, the Sucktastic McAssholes are officially in last place. I'm in trouble. With that, let us quickly recap last week's action. Apologize for the tardiness. In said matchup, I faced the established P Corners. Lost a close matchup there by 6 points. Mostly dominated by Dalvin Cook, Chris Godwin, Zeke Elliott for Nick. He actually managed to keep it closer because he had two players that scored no points. In our next matchup from last week, I got that Andy money. Sam getting her first win. Knew something we all didn't. She's finally playing a real quarterback in Russell Wilson. She beat Adam by 30 points, riding Aaron Jones and Calvin Ridley along with Russell Wilson. Jake, how the mighty have fallen. Jake took on Aaron, 2 girls, 1 cup, and after scoring all them points in the first couple weeks, only managed 81 last week. Let's look here and see where it all went wrong for him. Aaron scored 131, led by Mahomes and John Ross, who he's decided to play. 21 points, $17. So, Jake, of course, going with Josh Allen, as we previously mentioned. But yeah, you score all those points in the first 2 weeks, Jake, so no wonder it came around to bite you in the butt. Really let down, well, looks like mostly just TJ Hawkinson coming back to earth. And, yeah, other than that, some good performances by Aaron. Jake, get your shit together. If not, let's make a trade. Brad, our current first place leader, overall points and wins, won a close match, 5 points between him and Ben, led of course by Saquon Barkley. Really an overall good matchup, pretty close to the projected at 127, 123, and ended up 123 to 118. Brad, your first place leader. We had Andy, the Filthy Finger Sweeps, dropping by 20 to a surprising 2-0 Cooper Cup's Chubb Josh. Despite playing Tom Brady, Andy fell short a little bit with Deshaun Jackson going out for injury. And finally, Bobby coming on strong, spending lots of money for Chechen rebels to make fake news stories for him. Trounced Cat and the Laundry Sammy's Blowies, 160 to 103. So that's your recap from last week. Let's go ahead and take a look at this week's action. So this week we've got Adam, the Creek and Heaters, also at the bottom, against Aaron, 2 girls, 1 cup. Adam going with Rodgers, Hopkins, Ertz, DK Metcalf in the flex. Aaron, of course, still rolling with Mahomes, Gurley, Juju Smith-Schuster, who's gotten off to a slow start, and going with Marquise Brown in the flex right now instead of John Ross. So we'll see how that one plays. Next, we've got Jake in the implications against Ben in Mercy Flush. Close matchup here, separation of about a point. Ben, of course, Matt Ryan, Le'Veon Bell. He's got Josh Jacobs in the lineup right now. We'll see if he plays. Down in the flex, he's got Marcus Robinson, surprise candidate from the Kansas City Chiefs. Spent some money on him this week. Jake, of course, still rolling with Josh Allen, Run CMC. And then he's got Cortland Sutton in his flex. Then we've got Andy, the Filthy Finger Sweeps, against Nick, the established P Corners this week. Nick jumping out to an early lead thanks to the Jaguars' defense last night, getting him 14 points. But he's got Zeke, Cook, Godwin, as mentioned before. Sammy Watkins, who went a little down last week. Maybe come back to earth. He's going to roll with Sony Michel in the flex. Andy, Dak Prescott, Kamara, Julian Edelman, and then he has got Emmanuel Sanders in his flex. He's also bumped Tyler Lockett into the lineup with Deshaun Jackson hurt after last week. Then we've got Cat, Laundry Sammy's Blowies versus Josh, Koopa Cup Shug, and Atkins on Atkins, inter-household fight. Loser's got to be on the bottom. Anyways, Cat rolling with Baker Mayfield, Fournette, and Henry. Both her running backs already played last night. She's got an early 26-point lead there. Down in the flex, still rolling with DJ Moore out of Carolina. Josh picked up Goff off the waiver wire. He's got Goff, Chubb, of course, Michael Thomas from New Orleans, and then he's got Allen Robinson in his flex. So the Atkins on Atkins this week. In my matchup, it is myself, the Sucktastic McAssholes, and Sam. Got that Andy money. The dollar signs going at it. I'm rolling with, of course, Phillip Rivers, James Conner, Devontae Adams, George Kittle. The flex for me right now is Curtis Samuel. However, there was a trade this week, so that should process today. We'll see what that does to my lineup. And then for Sam, still not relying on Jameis Winston. She's got Russell Wilson, David Johnson, Aaron Jones, Mike Evans, and then going with McLaurin from the Redskins in her flex as well. Which brings us to our matchup of the week, where our leader, Brad, and the ambassador of Quan, takes on Bobby and the Dick Mixon's Puntergate, who may or may not have Chechen Rebel connections. Bobby, the underdog here by about 3 points, is rolling with Lamar Jackson. What's going on with Lamar Jackson? The aforementioned Joe Mixon. Then he's got Mari Cooper, Brandon Cooks, Kelsey, Taj Boyd in his flex. The Pats D. We're going deep on the matchup of the week here. Brad still rolling with Watson, Barkley, Austin Eckler, who just looks like a steal. Got Antonio Brown in there for right now. He is expected to play this week, last I read. Adam Thielen, Marlon Mack in his flex. And let's see, down, I don't know if there's anything else. On the bench, for reference, Bobby has lost a quarterback this week. He dropped Drew Brees, so Bobby's down to 3 quarterbacks. Brad's starting his A lineup. So that is your matchup of the week. Brad is your leader. I am in last place. It is still early, not a time to panic. All right, we will catch you with a recap for sure next week.